Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to the Soul Tribe. If you're a returning subscriber, big shout out to you guys. I'm sending you so much love, so much respect, so much support. If you have energetically donated back to the channel by liking, subscribing and commenting, thank you. I'm sending you so many blessings. To those who have not, please do. It's a free way to energetically donate, and these are free readings, guys. It costs you absolutely nothing to watch them. So like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon in the corner, and you will get notified if and when I post new content, okay guys? But only if I resonate with you, only if you like my vibe, only if you hear something in this reading that hits you and you're like, oh, I've been needing this clarification. Then subscribe, okay? Because we only want the real here. Bravery. It's time to be brave. It's time to step into your power. So grab your tea, grab your tree, grab your drink, do whatever you need to do to get comfortable, because me, Tasha, is going to spill the tea straight. No chaser, no sugarcoating bullshit. It is what it is. So we don't judge here. But we do call it for what it is, okay? So cheers. We're all on a different path. This is a general collective reading, so it doesn't matter what zodiac sign you hold. Somebody looks at you like a doll. Oh, ancestors, yeah, but you're Annabelle. Okay, brave. Somebody needs to be brave. They want to play with you. They end up playing themselves because you're not all cute and cuddly. You end up turning into Annabelle. Somebody feels you're haunting them. Somebody may want to haunt you, but you're brave. You walk into the darkness. You ain't scared to go into the darkness. And somebody's upset because you are that light. You see, the dark. Oh, I don't make it up. Somebody wanted to go and play in the dark. You were born of the dark. You are not scared. You're brave. And somebody is very intimidated by you. So let's clear up this energy, because holy... I love you guys. I love you. What's on the floor first? Okay, it's the apple. You got that knowledge, guys. Somebody in the last reading, if you haven't already watched it this morning, somebody was upset because you weren't giving them some kind of information, the knowledge. You weren't there anymore. You walked the fuck away from. Try not to swear so much, because it's hard for me to get reels. Because every time I'm saying something important, I go and swear. And I'm like, oh, God, I'm going to get demonetized. So I have to be careful. I'm going to try my best. But we keep it real here, guys. And if it slips, it slips. It is what it is. But I'm going to try to do my best. But the apple, okay? So you have some kind of information and you can help a lot of people. And it's because you go into the darkness. You bring that information out to the earth. You're helping a lot of people, guys. I'm telling you, when you speak, it's like the falsehood crumbles. Yeah, the falsehood crumbles. Oh my God, my downloads. I surprise myself sometimes with 333 on the clock. Thank you, ancestors. You are mother's milk. You are so nurturing. Even like through this trials and errors and the darkness, you were brave. You didn't become that. You felt it, you seen it, you went into it, and you transformed it. And you came out nurturing, loving, compassionate. Your cutoff game is deadly, don't get me wrong. But the fact is that you know thyself. And you know the darkness. Somebody wanted to play in the dark and they end up playing themselves. Because you're brave enough to speak the truth. And you're teaching the younger generation, the next generation. Because this is what it's for, guys. If you don't teach the children what you know, the knowledge you know, and how to have these regulating nervous systems, how to be able to speak, people, they hold things in and then it explodes, and that don't help nobody. So you're teaching people how to express themselves so they don't overwhelm themselves, they don't explode, they nurture themselves. You give people grace, guys. And somebody's like, holy fuck, how did you make it through? And it's because you have God, creator, source. Ancestors, let's see what's going on here. Yeah, if you don't teach the youth what you know, then society, the government, the world, Hey, Ben. Talk about my children. My son comes in, my oldest. He is the reason why I started this channel. He says, that's Mom. He says, Mom, you're helping a lot of people all the time. Maybe you should start a channel and help more people. And sure enough, so we have him to thank. And he had his prom this year. He's such a handsome, handsome boy. Wow, the Four of Wands. Well, the darkness wanted your stability gone, okay? Now, you could have had a lot of broken relationships, broken family, but you found a way through this. And it was because you knew you had a purpose. Like I said, like I was saying, right? If you don't teach them, the world will. And I promise you, you're not going to be happy if the world does. So you're choosing to sacrifice, to do what you need to do, Nine of Wands, because you're the warrior. And you will stand up, you will fight this darkness, because you're brave enough. Even when you don't have the stability lies within you. You don't look for a teacher externally, because all you have to do is remember who you are. And you have remembered who you are. And it's the death in reverse. Nothing can end for you. If somebody wanted to end you, it's impossible. You are untouchable. You have protection from both the light and the dark, because you are both light and the dark. You found a way out of this and came out to nurture people. Especially when they're having this volcano energy, you can really control it because you know how to control yourself. Remember, know thyself, right? It's the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Somebody's feeling a little bit, a lot of karma right now, because whoever tried to come up against your fourth house, your foundation, maybe even a relationship, they're feeling it. Because you have shown somebody to go deep into their darkness, that their shadow, the things that people said was wrong, isn't really wrong. My son's shadow boxing in the kitchen as I say shadow. I'm sorry, there's so many clarifications and synchronicities in the reading, so I have to say it. Okay, so ancestors, look this apple. You have this information. You are on point. You are on game. Ancestors are putting you on, and something's not ending for you. But there is also the fact that a lot of people aren't transforming, but that's not on you, Nine of Wands, because you're the warrior. All you're here to do is get people to think. You're not here to save anybody. You're just here to move by example and hope people follow suit. And you're cleaning up a lot of energies. You are like the cleanup, you know, and people may have even treated you like Cinderella and really were entitled to you, felt entitled to your energy because, I don't know, you were always there, right? Somebody even felt entitled to the knowledge or what you were feeding people, but ancestors are cutting a lot of people off. So you may have seen a decline in views or a decline in friends, a decline in a lot of things, but it's only to clear a path for something new. It may have even got you overwhelmed, maybe even out of character of sorts, but you feel those feelings and you were able to transform them into something else. You didn't act on impulse like others. You really do find solutions to situations. You make a way where there's really no way, and that's what blows people's mind. See, you got the Page of Cups. Somebody wants to come in and apologize for overreacting. Okay, somebody really is dropping shit. They dropped you. They fumbled you. It's like it is what it is, and they want to apologize with the Page of Cups because something has spilt over. He didn't spill nothing. He's just clumsy. But somebody spilled something. Somebody's feeling upset. Maybe because you call it out. Maybe because you see it. Maybe because you're the warrior and they treated you like Cinderella. Now, if the shoe don't fit, don't wear it, guys. But mother's milk, it's like you went through hell and you came out with some kind of blueprint, some kind of secret recipe, and you're feeding it to people. And it's like, why do you think these energies, these dark energies, these trolls, these whatever, why do you think all these spirits and these dark entities are popping up on them and not popping up on you? They're not popping up in your living room, but they're popping up in theirs. Do you see what I mean? And it's because of the way you move when nobody's watching. You really do know the truth. Love you, Ben. Ooh, Okay, something's about to pop up on you. And it's the justice. Wow. It's balancing of the scales, guys. Somebody has been listening to you on their headphones, but they're trying to act like they're not. Okay. What it's giving me is there's a lot of people who are watching you, and this is like secret supporters, okay? They have never really reached out and said they've watched you, but they've been watching you do the right thing. These are of the same caliber of energy, light and dark as you, and they've watched you. Now that my son is downstairs, I can really get into it because I can't really say very much as he's here, right? But somebody did black magic or manipulation to block your 4th house or a relationship, a foundation, something you loved, okay? But you powered through. You fought for what you wanted. Something is not ending, but there is a relationship in the past that didn't work out. Friendships, family members, or jobs, or maybe even all the above, that didn't work out. And it was because they couldn't transform. You are put into situations and people's lives to help them see themselves, the grace in themselves. And people refuse to see themselves. What they see is something that they want to be within you. So instead of being on their own path, they try to copy you and then try to end you, annihilate you, assassinate you in some kind of way. But you were brave. You fight the darkness. You see it. You're not scared of it. And you go deep into this because you get the knowledge. You're able to go into the darkness and bring out some kind of information to help the world. And you teach this onto others so that this way we have compassion for people. We're not perfect, guys. People make mistakes, and somebody really is apologetic. And this is justice. There's a lot of people who are apologetic because they underestimated you. They actually persecuted you and demonized you, not realizing that you're not dark. You're balanced. You chose the life that you live, and you have no shame. See? Ace of Cups. It's all with love, and love alone. Your intentions are pure, hence why somebody is feeling like a jackass. And like I said, these energies, these people, this group are being haunted. And there's a reason why these energies aren't coming up in your living room, but they're all fucking sitting with them. And it's because of the love, guys. There's somebody who's really up in their head because they chose to come up against you. And it's a high priestess in reverse. Now, somebody could have even said that you are this dark high priestess doing energy work. And you're like, nah. But you see it. And you call it for what it is. Hence why your truth, when you speak, all that falsehood, it crumbles. And somebody is very upset with you. 1313 on my clock. They may have said that you were an unlucky number, but 13 is the most luckiest number. 13 is a divine feminine number. And somebody portrayed themselves as a divine feminine, and they are fucking most definitely not. And you see it for what it is. It's not about being nice, guys. It's about being real. And somebody's upset with you because they try to put something in the dark, but you come from the dark. You see the dark. You went right into the darkness. And because you were able to transmute that darkness and do something different with yourself and not project that shitty shit that you went through onto others, somebody said that you were from the darkness and tried to portray that onto you. But you know thyself, and you see maybe even a Cancer or a Pisces was doing something underminedly in the cycles of the moon, but then they don't understand that you're the real divine feminine, and you tap in with the cycles of the moon, both light and dark, both light and shadow, because you have done the work. We don't need more light workers. We need more authentic people, people who are very balanced, and real recognizes real, guys. And somebody tried to come up against you and put you in this dark place, not realizing that you were going to remember who you are. You're brave. And you're teaching others to tap into this hidden knowledge, this so-called forbidden fruit, that Christ consciousness lives within us, and we all have the power to live a beautiful life. Justice is coming in. 6 of Swords. You moved away to calmer waters. 1447 on my clock. Guys, you are part of the 144K, and 7 is a divine number. You are divinely protected. Wow, it's the Queen of Pentacles. You are the new matrix. It allows you to move away, okay? You have a lot of power. You have this ability to speak, and like I said, falsehoods crumble, towers happen, volcanoes happen, and then people come to this realization they want to apologize because, like I said, something's falling, the whole empire is breaking, and we need to find a new way. And there's a lot of people out here scared, and you have to show them the way by moving, by being that example. It's not about what you say, but how you move. Okay? And somebody is pissed the fuck off with the Knight of Swords. I try not to swear, but there it is. Somebody's mad. They're really mad. And it's because of the Temperance Angel in reverse. Very imbalanced energy. Somebody really wanted to portray you like you were something you're not. And you didn't mind calling it out. You don't mind being laughed at, or, you know, being the first to do something, or, you know, because all the greats, they were persecuted. They were assassinated for knowing some kind of information. Even now, this is why I say sometimes, you know, like, hey, I am not suicidal. So, you know, because it's true. A lot of us say things, and then it makes waves in the system, and then people want to come and hurt you because they don't want the truth to come out. And that's why a lot of our platforms, the ones who are real, both light and dark, which means we see the darkness, we go into it, we find solutions to the situation, and we come out with this nurturing energy, this justice. We balance the motherfucking scales. It is what it is. We ain't scared to do it. We're warriors. We're savage. We're soldiers. And we know what it is because we've been in the darkness for a very long time. A lot of us were born into very karmic energies. Like I said, I couldn't get right into it, right? But we were born into very karmic energies that didn't have no love. But we were generational curse breakers. We don't show that to our family that we have created. Like, my kids are teenagers, and I still fucking give them a big hug and tell them I love them every single day. And I reinforce the fact that if I was to hurt them, abuse them, talk mean to them, that they are allowed to put me in my place. Like, we're all human under this roof, and we all deserve to have respect. And that's my number one rule, guys. It doesn't matter if I birthed them. They're not mine. You know, and they didn't ask to be here. So it's my responsibility. It's the least I can do is be supportive and give them a roof over their head, and love and kindness, and know that this is their life now. This is their opportunity now. And this is why I was so grateful for Jacoby to start this channel, you know, to give me that motivation, because the channel offers me an opportunity to give them, you know, a little bit more and put things on our table. So it's a give and take. This is how life is when we are in a perfect alignment for our assignment. We may not get it all right away because we don't need it all right away. What we want is sustainability, consistency. Perseverance comes with a lot of no's, a lot of trials and errors, and a lot of ways to get out of the darkness because you've been there. So because you were able to teach yourself, because you were able to not have to, you know, you may not have had a choice. People were teaching everybody else, but they weren't teaching you, and that was for a reason. God, Creator, Source was giving you that time of isolation to remember. Now you've woken up, bringing justice. A lot of people want to apologize because you are the warrior, but like I said, they treat you like fucking Cinderella. And they feel like they messed up everything because you are a real valuable person. But there's a lot of people who are very imbalanced. So what they see you as is a competition instead of you know, it's you look at them as a liability. They look at you as like a come up, you know, and they don't want you to be around unless it fulfills an end goal for them. And that's why rejection are for protection, because the real ones will be consistent in their efforts, will let you know, especially when it comes to a man. If you're a female, I need you to understand this. Men know what they want, and they ain't gonna go beating around the bush, okay? They're gonna tell you straight. It's up to you to take it or leave it, okay? at the end of the day, people should know how to approach you. Because it is about integrity, you know, like, but that's on them. But I can promise you, if somebody wants to do something for you, they will do it, and you won't even have to ask. Okay? And that should go for the women as well, okay? Really, this is just how it goes. When you care about somebody, you just do it because you want to see that person happy. Sadly, there's not a lot of people like that, but the ones who've been through the darkness and fought that darkness and came on the other side with a bucket full of water, for those who are still engulfed in this fucking flames of earth, of the matrix, of why am I feeling this way and why am I letting people affect my intuition? Because a lot of this is people aren't paying attention to their intuition. So people are able to throw things like, okay, say this is like, you know, you have that auntie who always likes to say, just kidding, you know, the bitch ain't fucking kidding. And she's trying to curse you with her words, but she's doing it in the dark where you can't see, where you're blinded and not using your intuition, and she's claiming it to be love. But you see it because you have real love. You know that, you know, somebody who truly loves you is not going to try to hit you where it hurts and then claim it to be a joke. Do you see what I mean? And just because that's your blood does not mean that you have to be around them, because you know that they're deceiving. And there's an ulterior motive for this. And somebody may have been like a 7-day Adventist. Like, bitch be doing something every fucking 7 days. Like, every fucking day. But they don't realize that you are the strongest. Both in the full and the moon and all the cycles. Because this is how we are. We're changing. We're ever evolving. Nothing stays the same. Nothing stays still. And somebody is really upset with that because they wanted you to stay still. And a lot of people have an idea of you, and it's 2222 on my clock. You are a motherfucking earth angel. You came here to evolve and wake up the collective and teach your children and the next generation what you know. Because what you were taught before is not the right way. So you had to reprogram yourself, re-love yourself, and the ones who are pretending to love you you see it. They're not using their intuition. A lot of people do this. Like they don't even know that they're doing it. So that's the scary part. Now somebody could be trying to block your throat chakra because you know somebody's been playing games. Let's see what's going on here, especially with your 4th house, your stability. But you went into that darkness. You're not scared. You're very brave. You can make it through. And something's about to flip the table. Boom! Justice, I'm telling you. It's a lot of people are seeing your true value right now because you do. You do fight for what is right. And it's the 4 of Wands in the upright. Didn't I just... Thank you, ancestors. I swear this reading is popping. Look. You got out that clown house. You got out that mindset. You know that, okay, shit, life be lifing. But you learn from that darkness. You don't stay there. You don't dwell on it. You don't suppress it. You feel it. You know, you want to cry, you cry. You know, it's like, but you don't stay there. And you teach others to feel. Because if you don't feel, then it's going to blow up. And somebody may have blown up on you and now wants to apologize because they over fucking reacted. Somebody's holding on to you and doesn't want to apologize because I said, somebody, thank you ancestors, I told you my downloads are fucking lit. Somebody overreacted, acted on impulse, turned a little thing into a big motherfucking thing, and now wants to apologize. Now, you may have looked at this person like, I bet you, the only time this person's gonna apologize is when pigs fly. Well, looks like pigs are flying. And somebody's been holding on to you guys. It could be a lot of people. It's like energetically, emotionally, financially, spiritually, somebody's been holding on to you. And you had to go into the dark places to find out what it was, who it was. and really call back your energy from these sources and really reclaim back your power. Somebody didn't think you knew you had the means. Maybe you were scared to tap into this dark energy because everybody told you it was so bad. You realize it's not that fucking bad, is it? Somebody wants to apologize because you're the warrior with the knowledge. And you thought you were going to get an apology. Well, you are about to get an apology. Somebody's been loving on you in the background, trying to pretend like they're not seeing you. They see you. A lot of people see you, and you're getting out of this clown house. Somebody is finding a way to come and see you. Six of Cups. It's somebody from your past because they see you as the temperance angel in the upright. Somebody did overreact. They thought that you were the temperance. Look, Eight of Cups in reverse. Somebody is aimlessly wandering. They do not want you to burn the past, to walk away from a situation, or perhaps this Queen of, this High Priestess in reverse didn't want somebody to burn the past and walk away. So it got somebody stuck. So maybe somebody did some kind of magic to keep somebody, you know, stuck in a decision. So what is this called? Analysis paralysis. So then they end up not even moving because they're being love bombed, and really it's just to keep somebody stuck so that they can do this energy work on them to keep them far away from somebody who they should be having a reconciliation with. You put it where it fits. I don't know. I'm just a channeler. 2626. You know this reading is popping. But somebody sees you as both light and dark, both shadow and divine. And there is a balance. There is a reconciliation within your soul or within another person. Somebody needs to tap in and really do a lot of inner childhood healing. Somebody wants to apologize to you guys for not using their intuition, for being blinded, for allowing somebody to come in and tempt them. Somebody sees that you are the truth. That's why when you speak, the falsehood crumbles, guys. Justice. You really do stand up for what is right. Yeah. You are death. Transformation, rebirth, guys. The death was in reverse, correct? Well, guess what? It is now in the upright. Didn't I say you're flipping the table? Everything that people thought of you, they're seeing something different, because 13 reduces down to a 4. You have the stability. People wanted to say something. They wanted to say you were dark, and the reason why you didn't have something was blah, 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 blah. But, oh, it wasn't your time, and you were perfectly okay with that, and you were wishing people well. You moved away to calmer waters. You are the Queen of Pentacles. You stand firm in your belief systems. You are very business savvy, and somebody looks at you like a good asset, like wifey. But somebody didn't want that to be. Like I said, they put some kind of illusion spell or something, chaos magic. But look, the Six of Wands, you still get the victory, guys. Public recognition, I'm telling you, but the real victory is within yourself. So you could care less if people are clapping for you. The fact is that you know who you are, and you are on point. You are on game, and you have the love. Your cup is overflowing, and you're spilling the tea on this very dark energy. I'm telling you, why do you think spirits are all popping up on them and not popping up in your living room? That's because integrity, baby. Wow, somebody's fucking heartbroken. Heartbroken. Oh, because you've let down the burdens. Let's see what this is. It's the it's the Three of Swords in the upright, the Eight of Cups in reverse, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, and the 10 of Wands in the reverse with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Somebody may have juggled you, but you balanced shit out. Somebody's heartbroken because they are aimlessly wandering. Somebody didn't want you to move away from a situation, and it's this dark priest or priestess, okay, or a group, a coven, whatever it is, maybe even a community who wanted you to be seen as a certain kind of individual so that they can hold on to you, especially hold on to your assets. Like, they did not want you to be up. They did not want you to be seen. But it doesn't matter. I told you, you got some kind of information that's enlightening the next generation, and you are put here for a purpose. Somebody's pissed the fuck off because it ain't them. Whatever. They're not single. They're not self-sufficient. And you're not in this mob mentality. You've let go of this. You don't look for the external world's validations. Now, if you are single, you're not about to be, and somebody wants to let go of this load that you're carrying. Somebody sees you as very practical and spiritual, very balanced, so you can go into very dark places as this temperance angel and flip the motherfucking script. Anybody who's sitting in this purgatory, this loading, you help them see their path. It's up to them if they take, you know, the lead in their life, but you're there to get people to think. You're a catalyst for a lot of people. That's why people come into your life, they go. And you know this, you're completely content with it. As long as people, when they leave your life, they live a better life. That's all that matters. That's all you hope for. The strength. You had the strength to be the lion and the lamb. You're very soft. Your skin, your body, you're healing. You are healing. But that's why you also, you know, are very social selective. Not many can get to you guys. Not many at all. And you're very intimidating to those who are narcissistic, who have ulterior motive. Like I said, when you speak, that falsehood crumbles. The mask fades. You're able to subdue your own inner demons, inevitably being able to go into the darkness, be brave, come out with some kind of knowledge to help others and to nurture the planet with your information. You're put here for a reason, and somebody wanted to block that. Of course they're being haunted. Let's get the closing message, guys. I'm not going to spend so much time with you tonight, okay? I hope this resonates. I love you. Ancestors, what's going on? Wow. Okay, so the violin. Number 13 reduces down to a 4. Wow, this 4 is coming out lately a lot. It's because somebody really came for your stability, and they are feeling like a jackass because your stability comes from source. So if somebody comes to, oh, it's 15. So 15 reduces down to a 6. So it's still with love, guys. But somebody's trying to distract this love and get at your foundation to confuse you in some kind of way, but you see it for what it is. Like I said, somebody may be trying to confuse others about you to say that you're the opposite of what you are. You're very balanced. Very balanced. And hey, what's that Eminem song? If I am what you say I am, so if I wasn't, then why would I say I am? The papers, the news, every day I am. It's like, that's what you're saying. I am what I am. 15, okay? So, the Autumn Victorian, okay? So, somebody is paying a pity party because they couldn't win against you. And because they couldn't win, they're trying to say that you're a bad person. But you have helped a lot of people wake up to find a solution to their situation. You're doing exactly what you need to do. You are on your mission. You are on your purpose. And it says, releasing ties, creativity, and achievements. Creativity is an important part of our lives, and where our creativity is stifled, we fail to thrive and we lack true purpose. If you are feeling overwhelmed by mundane tasks, it's time to step back and take a moment to reflect on what you really want. There is a sense of exhaustion as to you trying too hard to please others. It's time to nurture your needs. The ivory in this card represents clinging to old habits which no longer serve you. It is time to let go of negative energies. You are a creative soul, and whatever your skills or desires may be, you need to follow your heart and seek what makes you happy. Symbolically, violins represent the ability to achieve more. Start looking to new and ambitious paths. You will feel a huge sense of relief when you discover what your destiny has in store for you. Fuck, a lot of people are mad because they knew that you had this mission, but your destiny is more bigger than anything you could ever have imagined, because what you have to teach the world is vital. So something is about to pop off, guys, and it's this creativity. A lot of people are going to see your achievements, and you don't want the praise. You just want people to be happy. You have this new path, and you're like the scholar, but nobody taught you. You didn't go to school. You just remembered. And you're able to really turn that darkness into something beautiful. And this is what really gets people scared. They're scared of you. Because how can you do that? How can you go through such trying times, such hellish experiences, such life and death experiences, and still be able to help others and carry yourself so well and enjoy the little things in life? And it's because you are the blue flame. It's the violet flame, guys. It's the flame of forgiveness. Because you remember that everybody's innocent and nobody's perfect, and we make mistakes. And it's okay to have these very impulsive moments as long as we learn from the experiences. Because how are you supposed to grow if you don't go through it? You have to learn through it. You are a teacher. And this portal is happening now, guys. Now, the portal came out the other day, so go back and watch the reading. But you have this blue flame, this spontaneous awakening, this activation. You are integrating time, guys, because time is just an illusion. So now you're remembering all your past lives. You're activating this code inside of you, and it's helping others. But not many can go into that darkness and find the information necessary in order to help people out of that chaotic confusion and kind of settle it down. Now, there is a volcano, guys. I wasn't going to tap into this, but it's tapping in. So there is a volcano that is about to erupt underneath the water. It's huge, and it can cause about 100 to 1,000 earthquakes. So prayers up. We're going to make sure that is, but what it is, it's a volcano is energy, right? So it's the frequency, the energy. Something has been held on for so long, and now it's about to erupt, and it's about to cause a wave of emotions, a wave of, and this is it, guys. And we have to express that. We have to go into that darkness and face it. What are we not facing? What are we causing ourselves to be like, you know, okay, for example, when I was about 20, I started, my pap smears, they were my white blood cell counts. Like, I started getting like cancer symptoms, right? And by the time I had my son, I had already went through so much with that, and we thought that I wasn't gonna have any kids. That's why I was off my birth control, and I ended up having my children. And I'm so blessed. And a lot of the people that were around me at the time said, if anybody deserved to have children, it's you. And that's because I was taking care of everybody at the time. Everybody at the time. I was taking care of them. I was a mother to grown-ass motherfucking adults. And that was just my role. So I did. I switched the game up, and I decided to not take care of anybody else but my children. So for a long time, people would call me selfish, but they didn't understand the sacrifices that I was making in order for me to break cycles. I had to forgive myself for what I couldn't do at the time. You know, we all have a past. We've all been through things, and we can't hold that against anybody. But it's what you choose to do now and what you have plans for the future. And integrity is everything, right? Its intentions is everything. And somebody thought that they could come in and have this false intentions, you know, like pretend like that they had your support. But you pay attention to everything. It's not just words, but everything. And somebody even could have been like very generous with you, but it was to keep somebody trapped. And now it's like you're waking up. Somebody's waking up, and they're cutting cords to all the things that are weighing them down, the blue flame. And somebody really, truly wants forgiveness, because you have helped a lot of people, and a lot of people have not given you credit where credit is due. But like I said, you don't want it. But the ancestors are opening a portal. It says the doors are opening. You decide, reward, wild card. You decided to take that leap of faith and do something that other people weren't doing. You were criticized for it, but now you are needed to bring balance to this frequency. And we are getting hit by crazy solar flares right now, guys. So you can feel the energies. The blue flame, there's spontaneous awakening, and somebody wants to say thank you for being this next generation, for being the light that people needed, for forgiving people before they even forgave themselves. The blue flame, this card is an awakening, energetic upgrades. Perhaps you're going through a period of spontaneous awakening, recognizing visions and having experiences that are out of the ordinary. In the West, little is known about the process of spontaneous awakening, and it can feel very scary when you're going through it alone. Elsewhere, they can be seen as auspicious experiences, with those going through them being tested with tender care, treated with tender care. The blue beings are thought to be activated beings with great potential for healing and upgrading our cellular structures. They appear in the moment of extreme awakening, activating physical Kundalini awakenings and deep cellular and DNA healing. This is you. This is, you go into energies, and this is why you are very needed. A lot of people see you. Many people glamorize the awakening process. However, in reality, it is a much messier and more difficult than most of us believe. We must first let go of what we thought we know for sure, and how we make sense of the world. This isn't easy. The awakening process, even when it's spontaneous, takes its considerable amount of time to integrate. The awakening within integrates can leave us feeling very ungrounded. If you're in the midst of awakening, the process never ends. Treat this time as deeply sacred, and give yourself ample space to ground and integrate the extreme changes you're going through. Now, the reason why you were put on this timeline right now is to help people. And people are seeing you get some kind of victory, because people are going to come ask you for help. You're going to be booked and busy, okay? I don't have my readings open because it's too much. But guys, like I said at the beginning, this is free. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's those, the comments. So comment the flame, guys, fire, you know, because you are the darkness. Comment the yin yang symbol, because those comments generate algorithm on the YouTube, so it helps, guys. So comment, okay? So it says, okay, starseed activation. Place this card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. Okay, repeat after me. I am allowing myself to surrender to the awakening process that's right for me. See, everybody's path's different, but because you can go in that darkness, sit with people, you find a solution to their path, the portal to them. We all got different missions, guys, and people want to have your mission. That makes no fucking sense, guys. Somebody needs to be themselves. Okay, so I take things slowly and integrate my experience each and every day. I'm telling you, somebody doesn't like your happiness. The fact that you can go into these dark places and still come out like skipping my little da. I'm telling you, because it's trial and error, you know. You didn't just one day walk into hell and just say, I claim this bitch. Oh, fuck no. Somebody feels like they messed up. They messed with the wrong one. And, oh, wow, because they love you. Somebody adores you. Somebody loves you. You love you. Of course, other people love you. Bottom of the deck, and it says, I hid who I really was from you, and I know I crossed the line. So somebody loves you. A lot of people do. Friends, family, acquaintances, and they cross the line with you. Now they're playing a pity party because you had a rebirth, transformation, and you flipped the table. So anything that was taken from you was being returned back. Why? Because you were brave enough to go into that darkness and reclaim what's yours. You ain't scared. You ain't never scared. What? Just kidding. I love you guys. Let's get one message from the horror deck to bring this together. Okay, we got two. Wow, it's the devil. So this devil card says, do it as long as nobody gets hurt, right? And somebody got hurt. You got hurt. Your fucking feelings got hurt. Somebody tried to trap you. They thought you were the big fish. They didn't realize that you're a master hunter of these dark creatures. One man against the beast. They didn't realize that you were a beast too. Takes one to know one, guys. You were able to defeat somebody because you don't judge them. Somebody wanted to judge you, persecute you, not realizing that we all have a story. And your story is worth telling because you're helping a lot of people. Hence why you're put on this timeline right now. Whoever's trapped, when they're around you, they don't feel no fucking trappedness, do they? No, because you are that light. You are the savior. You are the person that really gets in deep with people. You are not surface level. And that's why you are given this gift. Okay? Look, I'm going to tell you what this is. Deep. Deep is Jaws. You're going to need a bigger boat. There's a lot of people who want to jump ship, okay? Because yes, you do go deep. It says preparation is key. Your own preparation most of all. So you are preparing for this new energy coming in, okay? Because the devil is here. It says, isn't superstition still running amongst us? So somebody was very superstitious of you because you're on point. You are really like, you predict the future and things really do happen. And it's not like you're predicting the future. What you do is you go in the past, you pull out the darkness, you find a path forward. So of course you're going to know the path forward. Wow, look, and somebody tried to shut out your light, guys. But the devil says, as long as you know, as long as you are not hurting anyone, let it rip. Somebody wanted to shut out your light, inevitably hurting you, and trap is here. Somebody thought that they can trap you. They can't. You ain't scared. You ain't never scared. What? And that's why you can find a solution to help people get out of whatever they're stuck in. You know a way out of this trap, and somebody didn't want you to speak on it. Okay? So it says, I told you not to go into that house. You may have forewarned somebody not to fucking mess around in the darkness because you came from the darkness and you ain't scared of going. It's like you're the kind of energy that you hear a noise, you go towards it. Somebody else runs. Yeah, no? In the reverse to this trap, it says, trust your instincts. You know when something is wrong. Because you trust your instincts, someone's upset. Because you know when something's wrong. You pay attention to everything. And after a while, you find a solution, and sometimes you are that light, and you were put in these dark places, in these dark families, in these dark corporations or jobs, you know, communities, because you were the one who was going to give the right information. And you may have been persecuted like Jesus. Jesus was not fucking religious. He was spiritual. He was teaching you about self-healing. Like Dr. Sabi's, this is why they executed him. This is why I continuously say, you know, we ain't suicidal. We love our life. We transform the darkness into light. We are true alchemists, and you tapped into a power that is greater than a lot. And somebody wanted to be you, but they can't take your essence. So I hope this helps. I hope this resonates. I hope this gives you some clarity, guys. Let's get one message from the heart message. Don't forget to comment, right? It does help the algorithm. It's free, it's free, it's free, guys. And it says, I acknowledge and express my emotions with ease and grace. You give people space, time to do their own shit, and you give yourself grace. Like, you say no when you want to say no, and you say yes when you want to say yes. You are far from a motherfucking people pleaser, and you're showing others to stand up for themselves, that they have rights, that we have human rights, and we do not need to be stepped on and degraded or do that to others in order to get up. Nope, it's a different time, guys. I am a master of my own mind, and I am ready to move forward. Look, you are a master of your own mind, and you are ready to move forward. So claim back your power. Stand up for yourself. My mind is open to new experiences that will transform my life. Yes, sir. Claim that. Claim this reading, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's get an affirmation. Claim this. Your mind is open to new experiences that will transform your life. You worked for this. You deserve this. And it's because of that self-love, guys. Somebody wanted to bend you all out of shape, to put you in a dark place, to take everything away from you, but you still managed to be okay. You're still brave. And the best is yet to come. Okay? I attend to my needs by listening to my heart. My inner essence lets me know what is good for me. I respect my limits. I answer the request of my body and my soul. Thus, I learn to love myself. You're teaching people how to truly love themselves. And this is why you are needed. You are valuable. So, you're going to be booked and busy. A lot of people are going to praise you. And there is somebody who is aimlessly wandering, really upset because they did some dark energy work and they hid and they pretended like they cared about you. But they didn't care about you. They had ulterior motives. But you had the strength to walk away. And when you walked away, all these people are stuck. You ended a situation and moved forward. And you're the warrior. These people are stuck watching you on the big World Wide Web. All caught the fuck up. But it's an illusion. Not really caught up, are you? So, they're only mad because they can't message you. That's why they're caught up, because you're the Queen of Cups. Look at this. You have this beautiful energy. You are powerhouse all by yourself. But you're not going to be alone for long. So, I love you. I'll see you later. Let's raise these vibrations. And cheers, guys. Bye. Somebody really knows they crossed you. And look, they blamed you, but it was their fault. Bye.